Good afternoon. I now call to order the meeting of the directors of the New York Liberty Development Corporation for Monday, August 9th, 2021. I'd like to note for the record that I'll be the acting chairman for today's meeting. Further, I would like to note that this meeting is being webcast and that we welcome public comment on the items of our agenda. The directors have received the relevant written materials in advance of today's meeting and are free to ask questions at any time. Before we begin with the substantive portion of the meeting, I would like to ask the directors whether anyone has any potential conflict of interest with respect to any items on the agenda. If so, I would ask you to please make an appropriate disclosure on the record at this time. We will then be sure that you may recuse yourselves from any discussion or vote with regard to such items. Hearing none, I'll now introduce Elizabeth Fine, who will present the first item on today's agenda, which requests authorization to adopt the corporation's annual report and transact any necessary corporate business of the corporation. Liz?
Thank you. Good afternoon. Today we're requesting that the board adopt the corporation's annual report for the years 2018 to 2019, 2019 to 2020, and 2020 to 2021. The New York not-for-profit corporation law requires that the board of any not-for-profit corporation, and in this case the Liberty Development Corporation, annually present a report showing in appropriate detail the following information about the corporation. First, assets and liabilities. Second, principal changes in the assets and liabilities as of the end of the 12-month fiscal period. 3, revenues or receipts. And finally, expenses or disbursements. In order to comply with this requirement, staff recommends that the board adopt Note 3A of the audited combined financial statements of the New York Job Development Authority as of March 31st, 2021, 2020, and 2019, which is dedicated to the corporation. This note and the notes from each of those years can be found as an exhibit to the board materials. I would be happy to answer any questions about this item if you have any questions.
Great. Are there any questions or comments from the directors with regard to this item? Are there any comments from the public with regard to this item? If not, I will entertain a motion for approval.
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Terrific. Thank you. The motion carries. Now I'd like to call on Peter Heilbrunn, who will present the next agenda item requesting authorization to perform certain acts in connection with the issuance and sale of the corporation's tax-exempt Liberty Revenue Refunding Bonds, Series 2021A and 2021B. Peter?
Thank you. Good afternoon. Today we are asking the board to approve the operative provisions, sale terms, official statement, bond purchase agreement, related documents, and related actions in connection with the sale and delivery of the New York Liberty Development Corporation, or LDC, the issuer, Liberty Revenue Refunding Bonds, tax-exempt Series 2021A and taxable Series 2021B, both series to be green bonds for 4 World Trade Center project, and together the Series 2021 bonds, to be issued in an amount not to exceed $1.325 billion for the benefit of 4 World Trade Center LLC, a Delaware limited liability company, the borrower. The borrower has requested that the LDC issue the Series 2021 bonds to provide proceeds that will be used, together with other available funds, to defease and redeem in whole the outstanding New York Liberty Corporation Liberty Revenue Bonds, Series 2011, 4 World Trade Center project, or the Series 2011 bonds. The proceeds of the Series 2011 bonds were used to refund certain previously issued Liberty Revenue bonds and to pay a portion of the cost of developing and constructing a 64-floor building consisting of approximately 1.9 million gross square feet of office space on 56 floors located at the World Trade Center site in the city of New York, the city known as World Trade Center Tower 4, or the Tower 4 facility. And proceeds will also be used to pay the cost of issuing the Series 2021 bonds. The Tower 4 facility and the site on which it was constructed are owned by the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey. The Port Authority leases the Tower 4 facility to the borrower under a lease having a remaining term of approximately 80 years. The borrower, as landlord, has leased 524,356 rentable square feet to the Port Authority as tenant, pursuant to an amended and restated lease dated November 16, 2006. In addition, the borrower has leased 581,642 rentable square feet to the city pursuant to an indenture of lease dated March 7, 2008 as amended, the city space lease. The Series 2021 bonds will be issued and secured under the provisions of the Tower 4 Indenture of Trust, the indenture, by and between the issuer and the Bank of New York Mellon as trustee. The Series 2021 bonds are special limited revenue obligations payable solely from 1, the Tower 4 Port Authority debt service payments payable by the Port Authority under the Tower 4 bond payment agreement between the Port Authority and the trustee under the indenture. 2, the monthly fixed rents payable by the city under the city space lease. 3, the loan payments to be made by the borrower under the Tower 4 loan agreement between the issuer and the borrower, and under one or more promissory notes to be given by the borrower. And 4, certain funds and accounts held under the indenture. As part of the transaction, the issuer will enter into a bond purchase agreement with the borrower and certain underwriters for the initial underwriting of the Series 2021 bonds. The issuer is being asked to delegate authority to its officers to approve the maturities, prices, yields, and other terms of the Series 2021 bonds, which are expected to price in August and close in September of 2021. In accordance with the attached resolution, you are hereby requested to 1, approve a green bond framework as proposed by the borrower and designate the Series 2021 bonds as green bonds. 2, approve the terms and authorize the sale of the Series 2021 bonds. 3, approve the form and content of the official statement and various other documents connected with the issuance, sale, and delivery of the Series 2021 bonds. And 4, authorize certain officers and employees of the issuer to take all actions deemed necessary to accomplish the final issuance, sale, and delivery of the Series 2021 bonds. Thank you, and I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Thanks, Peter. Are there any questions or comments from the directors with regard to this item?
Nope.
Are there any comments from the public with regard to this item? If not, I'll entertain a motion for approval.
Motion?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right. Thank you. The motion carries. And there being no further business, I have a motion to adjourn the meeting.
So moved.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for your participation today. Great seeing everyone, too.
Thank you.
Thank you, Neil.